Saturday. I typically don't do lives on Saturdays, but since the challenge is coming to an end tomorrow, you'll have access to the group until Tuesday. I wanted to give you guys some bonus trainings, and I thought this would be a really helpful topic, where to save money versus spend money on your health, fitness, or weight loss activities. Comment in the chat if you're live with me. Comment in the chat if you're watching the replay. Comment in the chat if this is a popular, or I should say helpful topic for you. I know I get a lot of questions about this, and so I wanted to shed light on what I think are the most important things to spend money on versus, where to save money. Because oftentimes, for example, supplements, it's a topic I'm going to talk about. Is that something you should spend money on, or can you just save your money? And I'll kind of share my perspective on that. And guys, just so you know, this is my expertise and my perspective. Everyone has things that they value, and people spend money on what they value. So, hey, Chloe, you're here with me live. If you don't agree, that's totally okay. This is just one perspective. And again, you have to do what's best for you. But over the years of helping people on their health journey, their fitness journey, their weight loss journey, their maintenance journey, this is what has worked in terms of where they can save money versus where they spend their money. And I want to help you guys do the same, okay? I'm actually getting ready I'm actually all dressed for happy hour. It is my friend Jaquel's birthday. She turned 48 a few days ago. And we're going to the Breakers Hotel, actually, where Jen Pitty works. I don't know if you're working tonight, Jen, but we'll be there for happy hour. So, food freedom is a big part of my journey and how I help people in CMW. And I teach a lot of these things as well in the CMW program. So I am dressed. My dress is actually from Amazon. It's $20, I think. But I feel like it's very Palm Beachy. So I like to save money on clothes, for example. So I'll talk a little bit about that now. All right, guys, let's go right into this topic. So then I'll go to happy hour. Here we go. So where you guys can save money. So you might want to take notes on this too, guys, actually. So, take notes on this. You can really start using this to save. All right, so the first thing you guys want to do, where you can save your money, right? Don't spend a lot of money on these things. Food, in terms of eating out or meal delivery services or meal prep services. This is a great area where you can save your money. You guys don't even understand how much money we're spending on eating out, right? And I know it's super convenient. It's fun. You guys, this week I've eaten out several times just because I've had events. Of course, it's been an expensive week, but it's worth it because it's, with special times. But on the day-to-day, when people tell me they eat out a lot, out of convenience or because they don't plan ahead, it's a really easy way to spend money. And, people will say, well, I go to Chipotle or I do fast food. And the truth is those are getting more expensive. Okay. Food costs are going up significantly. And so even if you're spending $8-10 on every Chipotle meal, for example, especially if you get add-ons, a drink, call it, 12 to 15, right? What it would cost you to make that meal at home, right, is actually far less expensive, right? And you can actually probably feed more people when you're doing it at home too for less money. And the same thing for a meal prep service. So I'll give you an example. And for my CMW clients, I'm actually going to post a video of this in a little bit of my husband's food prep this morning and how he does it. So I'm not a food prepper. I like to make meals on the fly, quick, easy, quick 3 recipes. That's why we have the cookbook. And, but he's been liking this whole meal prep thing. And the reason why he's been doing it was actually because his friend was doing this meal plan service over here in West Palm Beach. And it was super cheap, it was $7 a meal. And so my husband's oh, maybe I'll try it and see how I like it. Because he liked how all the calories were on there. And I was cool. But none of the ingredients were organic, right? And, so he was spending $7 a meal and he would get the meals and he's just these are not even that good. And I can do it better. I can do organic products. I'll talk about organic in a little bit, guys. I can do it less expensive and like the food better. So, he started making his own meals. And so we actually figured out today how much it cost him to get the produce, to get the protein that he wanted. And he said he spent about $39, right, to make his 12 meals, right? So $39 divided by 12. So what is that, guys? 3 something a meal, right? So that, and it's organic. And it's way less sodium and he knows what's in it, right? A lot of times these other services don't put all the ingredients in there. So, he's actually, and then he doesn't have to drive 15 minutes to get it, and then 15 minutes back, pick all the meals out. So he's saving time as well, time and money, right? So you can save money there, guys. Do quick, easy things at home, right? You can do it. By the time you order food out, you gotta wait, 40 minutes for Uber Eats or Delivery Dudes or whatever you use, Grubhub, right? Second thing we can save money is, now I'm talking about supplements, right? So I remember back when like BCAAs like first came on the market and they were all the rage, right? Branched chain amino acids, they're supposed to help you with recovery, and they flavor your water and they taste super good, and they help your build muscle, whatever. And I was all about them, right? But like I love this phrase that oftentimes supplements just create really expensive urine because you end up like peeing out a lot of these nutrients, because your body can only absorb so many branched chain amino acids, so much protein, so much creatine, so much of these supplements that you're taking. And so oftentimes, like if you overdo it on supplements, you're not really absorbing them. So BCAAs was an example of that. Some people swear it helps them. I think it's a placebo effect personally, but I think eating good quality food is always going to get you further in terms of your recovery and your sleep and your lifestyle, the kind of workouts you're doing, all of those things. The recovery time you actually allow yourself. If you're overtraining and hoping BCAAs are going to help you, I'm telling you, it will bite you in the butt ultimately, right? So don't spend $30, $40 on BCAAs or like protein powders. I get so many questions about protein powder. Nobody needs protein powder. If you like it, that's fine. If it works for you, fine. Like I said, guys, do what you enjoy. This is just like fact. Like, you do not need protein powder. And of course, like the supplement companies, even trainers that sell supplements, right? They're going to say, yes, you need a protein shake like right after you work out, or if you're working out, you need 200 grams of protein per day, blah, blah, blah. That's grossly exaggerated, right? No one needs that much protein. In fact, if your gut is healthy, your gut is designed to recycle 20% of your protein consumption per day, right? So you do not need as much protein as you think you do, right? And it's the $62 billion supplement companies that are telling you otherwise, guys. So save your money. Stop spending so much money on protein powder. Where was I? I think I was actually at a supplement shop. I think it was at a vitamin shop, and I was talking to one of the reps there, and he knows nutrition really well. And he was like, yeah, like whey protein or casein protein, right? Oh, thanks, Abby. I'm glad this is helpful. Casein protein, right, which is a slow absorbing protein you drink at nighttime, whereas whey is more fast absorbing or fast digesting. And he was saying like that casein protein, just really expensive milk. Whey protein, really expensive milk. It's crazy. I mean, protein powder can be anywhere from $15 to $60, $70. I saw a bag of Air Bond once for like $65. I was like, wait, what? And it's like GMO soy. Like, no, thank you, guys. Like, if you're not sure of what's in it, do not buy it, please. Okay, so non-essential supplements, right? So protein powders, drink powders, energy powders. No, guys, when you eat well and take care of yourself, you don't need that crap. I'm telling you, I don't take any of that stuff. I have a case of protein powder, and it takes me like 6 months to use it. I'm not even kidding. Like a bag of protein powder, and I put it in my protein balls. my cookie dough bite recipe that I make once in a while. I made them the other day for a client, actually. So, okay, next thing, and this is going to come as a surprise. Yeah, Abby, it's really expensive milk. Yeah. This fact number 3 is going to come as a surprise, but personal trainers. And you guys, I'm a personal trainer. I have been a personal trainer since 2014, actually. Before that, I was training athletes in track and field and cross country. But I can't, you guys, if you have a personal trainer, like, again, spend money where you want. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. But in my experience, like the amount of money people spend on personal training expecting to get a certain result just because they're showing up for a workout, oftentimes it doesn't guarantee any results, right? And they're spending thousands of dollars, right? PT is a luxury. And if you have that ability to pay for PT, do it. But again, guys, I did PT for a long time and people paid me a lot of money to train them for an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. But then if they weren't willing to fix their nutrition or fix like other areas in their life, they're not getting the results they're looking for, and all this money is going down the toilet. Now, the difference is if you have like injuries, like if you have limitations in exercise and you need someone to like guide you through them, that's completely different. I'm not talking about that. Like real like physical therapy or personal training around injuries, that's different. But otherwise, like if you're just hiring someone to work out with you 3 or 4 days a week for accountability, right? Comment in the chat if you do that for accountability, or like, you like don't know how to exercise. You're like, I don't even know like how to work my hamstrings. Like I have no freaking clue, right? Like there are way cheaper ways to do that. Please. Like I don't even do personal training anymore because I'm like, don't spend your money on that. Right? Guys, like my dad, like bargain shopper. I'm a Marshalls, like TJ Maxx, Amazon girl, right? Save your money on things you don't need. PT is not something you need. Okay? I'm telling you, and I'm a trainer. So all my trainer friends that might actually see this, I'm like, Kristen, like, shut up, but I'm sorry, guys. I love you. All right, next thing, workout clothes. All right, so you probably hear me in my workout videos. I'm like, you guys, like, I got these pants at TJ Maxx, Old Navy. I love Fabletics when things are on discount, on sale, right? Because you don't need fancy workout clothes, right, to get a workout in, right? You literally wear these clothes to sweat, you guys. Again, if you value high quality or, higher quality or, name brand workout clothes, like my sister, Danielle, she loves her Lululemons. She loves that. That brings her joy. So spend money on things that bring you joy, but like, don't feel like, oh, well, I can't afford Lululemon or Athleta or Fabletics maybe, or Carbon 38, whatever. So I'm just not going to like work out. Like, come on. Or like you're down on yourself because of that. You guys, you don't need that stuff. You don't have to have the best quality workout pants to exercise, okay? So save money there, right? You don't have to have a million different outfits, right? I probably wear the same things over and over again. All right, so don't worry about it. Save your money there. Lastly, guys, like cardio equipment. Okay, I get this question a lot. Should I get a treadmill? Should I go get a Peloton bike? Should I go get a rower or something? You do not need to have a piece of cardio equipment to do cardio. And you do not have to do cardio to lose weight. That is also really important. I did a whole training called The Good, the Bad, and the Truth about cardio. It's in my Health and Weight Loss for Foodies group. You can go check that out. You can actually search that group for cardio. It should pop up. But you don't need those things. I've actually had, Margo, I think it was you actually, before you joined CMW, you were like, oh, I just might go get a Peloton. And I was like, well, do you like to bike? Do you like cycling? She's like, not really. I'm like, well, why are you going to get a Peloton? Right? Or Heather, she did my program, and Heather was a client of mine, did personal training years ago. She was my very first personal training client. She did an interview with me, guys, actually on my website. And she, did the PT, but wasn't working on nutrition. And then she had another trainer after me because she moved and like it wasn't working for her. And then she called me several months ago and she's like, Kristen, I'm thinking of getting a Peloton. And I was like, but like you're not consistent with your workouts and you're not fixing your diet. Blah, blah. She goes, you're right. Like I'm not going to spend the money on a Peloton. And so she did my program, lost 18 pounds. She's still doing my classes, right? Like don't spend money on a bike. The bike is not going to solve your problems, most likely. Right? Now again, if you love your Peloton, you love the community. My sister loves her Peloton. Spend the money, that's fine. But if you're buying a piece of cardio equipment, hoping it's going to motivate you to work out, that is like, that's not a guarantee, number one. And number two, it might just be short term because my knowledge, right? I shouldn't say my guess, my knowledge of this is that if other things in your life, your nutrition, your stress levels, your consistency with working out, if that's not fixed, the bike is not worth the investment. Just my 2 cents. Comment if you agree with that. It's just going to be a really expensive bag holder or coat hanger. That's what my client Ari used to say. She's like, I have a Peloton, but it's a really expensive coat hanger. I remember that. All right, guys. So that's where you want to save money. Okay. If you have a question about somewhere else you can save, comment in the chat here. Okay. Where you can spend money. All right. So number one, it's staple ingredients. Staple ingredients or staple foods that you consume every day, right? You want them to be high quality, the highest quality possible. So this is where I would spend money on mostly organic foods. But I'm going to give you a great example of a food that everyone should buy organic that most people don't, and that's coffee. Okay, that is one of the first things that we Americans or people over the world, whatever, put in their body, right? And coffee is one of the most highly sprayed with all kinds of chemicals, right? If you see people in the coffee like processors, like all the garb they're wearing, holy crap, like coffee is so full of chemicals. buy organic coffee. And the truth is, organic coffee is really not much more expensive, if at all, than regular coffee. It's not a huge markup. And it's much easier to find these days. So that's another reason why you can save money, actually saving here. Drink coffee at home. You're going to Starbucks every day, $5, $6, $7 a day, right? Like, geez, you can get, I just bought a huge bag of organic coffee at Costco the other day, $13 for a huge bag. It'll last me a month in my house between me and my husband. Why am I going to go to Starbucks every day? And it's going to save me calories, and I'm going to use healthier products at home versus Starbucks, where their coconut milk has sugar in it. Their sweetener, even their sugar-free syrups have all kinds of not good sweeteners in there, right? And you're going to get extra calories, more than you know. Okay, so save money by not going out for coffee. Spend money on good quality coffee, right? Good quality produce, good quality meats, good quality dairy if you do dairy. Okay, so spend money there, right? If you eat your medicine as food, okay, I'm messing up this quote, whatever. My point is, it's been a long day. You guys want to make sure you're spending money on food, right? Because that is going to be your medicine in the future. You don't want to spend money on medicine. It's a better, more eloquent quote than that. I'm forgetting it right now, but that's where you want to be. All right, number 2. This is why I spend my money. I don't spend money on workout clothes, but I spend money on sneakers. I can't tell you guys how many injuries I've had in my life, especially my running days, because of poor sneakers. Not just like not good shoes for my feet, but also I didn't replace them fast enough. And I get this question a lot, Kristen, how often should I replace my sneakers? And that completely depends on the frequency and like the what you're doing in those sneakers, right? So Danita, I remember you this question a long time ago. Walking sneakers, if you're just doing like walks, you can replace those every 3 to 6 months. You want to look at the tread on the bottom actually and see like if it's completely gone, then you want to start replacing them. But usually, 3 to 6 months, I would say. If you're running a lot of miles, right, definitely every 3 to 4 months for sure, maybe more, or maybe earlier if you're putting in a lot of miles. You have to be more specific with me. But spend good money on sneakers because you need your feet, you guys. And you wear those sneakers, a lot of us, every day. So it's actually good to have multiple pairs of sneakers. So I have, for example, I have my running sneakers, and then I have my weight training sneakers. So I can get away with 2 types of sneakers, but I like to kind of rotate them so they last longer, right? So I have no problem putting money into sneakers, right? So some people say, oh, $120 on sneakers. Hey, guess what? If I spend less, then oftentimes they're not the right shoe for me. Or you can get a $120 pair of sneakers at DSW, right? Nordstrom Rack for $80, $50 maybe, right? So do your due diligence, but don't be afraid to spend money on sneakers, guys, because those feet are your lifeline. Okay. All right. Spend money on workouts you'll actually do. Okay. I know in our day and age, there are millions and millions of free workouts. This is actually why I don't do a lot of video content for workouts. I don't post tons of workouts. I'm like, there's so many freaking workouts out there. I don't feel like I need to put out any more. And I actually don't enjoy filming workouts, and I always told myself that I always need to keep my joy in fitness. That's really important to me. And the moment that exercise becomes a chore, I don't do it, right? And so I never want fitness to be a chore. So filming lots of workouts and putting them on YouTube, not my cup of tea. Now, I love filming for my Zoom community because I'm connecting with people. And that's different. I work out for the community and the connection and the energy. And so I love filming on Zoom. But just me by myself filming a workout and putting it on YouTube, that's not fun. But I would definitely recommend investing in workouts. I'm not saying you need to invest a ton of money, but spend money on workouts you'll actually do. Okay, so for example, if you really love going into a gym, right, and the gym has classes, and you really like the classes, and you're actually going to get out of bed and go do them, pay for the freaking classes, right? Don't resort on YouTube free workouts, because I've looked into free YouTube yoga workouts, for example, and how long it takes me to find a freaking good yoga class on YouTube? I spend 30 minutes looking for a good one that I like it, and that's 30 minutes of my time wasted. I'd rather just find a studio or pay for an instructor I know I connect with and just pay for her classes. pay for a subscription if you know you're going to show up for the classes, right? Or you pay for workouts that actually get results, right? Because free doesn't mean good, you guys, right? So like you might be doing these free workouts for 6 months, but like what kind of results are you getting? Or you might pay for workouts and in 2 months or a month, you're like, damn, look at my arms, strong, right? Comment in the chat if you're seeing results from workouts you've been doing recently. Let me see your comments. Chloe replaced your sneakers. Chloe, so worth buying organic and high quality meats. Biggest takeaway in CMW. Yeah, Chloe, do you remember that, girl? Do you remember like the hang up you had on like spending money on certain foods? I remember in one of our first conversations, Danita says I always have the memory like an elephant. I remember everything you guys said. Abby, yes, organic coffee, game changer. Definitely. And that's a game changer for a big number. Also, most coffee has mold in it. Right, listen to Dave Asprey talk. He's a bulletproof guy. Oh man, he actually has his own coffee. He has bulletproof coffee because he's like, God, most coffee is disgusting. Yeah, it's another good reason to limit your coffee intake, actually. Mine has all the other effects. I also did a whole training on coffee in my health and weight loss for foodies group. All right, my video is getting a little long here, so I'm gonna try to shut it down. All right, so spend money. I talked about staple ingredients, so things you eat every single day, right? Sneakers. Workouts you're actually going to do and get results from, right? Number 4 is time. Spend time learning, okay? Do not look for a quick fix. Do not look for someone to say, here's a piece of paper, eat this, eat this, eat this, okay? Like really learn nutrition. I would definitely do that, right? Because like it takes time to learn what works for you. Absolutely. It takes time to learn what works for you, what works with your lifestyle. And most importantly, guys, like a lot of people think, oh, well, if someone tells me what to eat, then everything will be easy for me. That's not true, right? Because there's probably other things in your life that make life harder for you. It's not knowing what to eat. It's interesting because most people, comment in the chat if you agree, most people know what to eat. They know what's healthy. They know what's not healthy. A lot of people do at least, but they're choosing not to for some other reason. And you want to get clear on why. That's what you want to spend time on, digging really deep, right? Tomorrow I'm going to come in the group and talk about self-sabotage, what that is, why people do it, how can we stop it, okay? So spend time, guys, on yourself. Spend time making meals for yourself. Spend time exercising. Spend time doing your NEAT. Spend time with your self-care. Spend time taking a freaking break, chilling out, reflecting on your day, celebrating your wins, understanding why you're struggling. Why did today not go as planned? What happened? What can I do better tomorrow? Spend some time journaling about it. And you don't have to journal for an hour, 2 minutes, something. Okay, but last but not least, if you're sitting here thinking, well, I really don't have time. I have 4 kids, I work full time, my husband's always asking me to do things. You don't have that time, I get it. Or you don't want to spend the time figuring things out, right? Like this is the biggest thing that you want to invest in and spend time on or spend money on is support, okay? Because if you have support, it will save you time. It will save you money. I promise you. Those of you who have been trying to lose weight for years and years, think about how much money you have spent on diets, on products, gym memberships, personal trainers, other programs. Okay, maybe you did like a doctor weight loss program that you were eating 600 calories a day. You're like, I spent all this money on supplements and protein shakes and like I got screwed. Well, I mean, look at the process. Is that sustainable? But, or you're spending all this money on tests, right? Well, it must be my hormones because I'm 42 and like I can't lose weight. Most times it's not the hormones. 90% of the time. Okay, I can't even tell you how many times people have come in to create my weight. I'm like, oh, it's my hormones. Oh, it's my metabolism. I'll never lose weight. Kristen, she's in the challenge group, but she's very quiet this challenge. She's actually finishing CMW next week. Girl, that was you. Do you remember 12 weeks ago? You're like, I think it's just my hormones or my age. It's like, And now her pants are falling off, she says, and she never thought it would happen. Okay, so and that's because she knew the support was key. And she was so afraid that the support wouldn't work for her. But what we found was that we got really clear on why all the things in her past that didn't work for her, why did it work? And now she knows it works in 12 weeks, whereas some people spend 12 years trying to figure this shit out. Sorry for cursing, but it gets me heated. Why spend time if you don't need to? Spending your money on support, and not just money, your time. Spending the time with someone to get the support is invaluable, super invaluable. Okay, I can't even tell you guys how much I've spent on myself in support. Okay, obviously like learning nutrition in the past, but also just in like my personal life, like how to deal with stress management, how to have a work-life balance. You know, if we really invest in ourselves and we believe in investing in ourselves, we're okay with asking for help. Tell yourself it's okay to ask for help, right? Because it will save you time, it'll save you money, and it will save your sanity as well. Okay. So I'll repeat where to spend money: staple ingredients, sneakers. I love my sneakers. Workouts you'll actually do, time, and support. Okay. And of course, in CMW, I really do try to teach people how to save money on groceries and, you know, how to do workouts that are time efficient and effective. You know, all these things that I'm talking about, how to reflect, how to know what works for you, how to figure things out. That's the goal here. Because once you figure it out, you're set for life. So if you're looking for that kind of support, you know, I'll talk about this more in the celebration call tomorrow night, but I encourage you to book a call with me and tell me about your story and tell me about your struggles. Tell me all the things you've tried in the past to lose weight on your own, and we'll figure out like why it's not working for you. I can guarantee you in like probably the first 20, 30 minutes of our phone call, I'll know exactly why. Okay. And if I can help you, I'll tell you how I'll help you, you know, but we never know until you try. So if you want to learn more about how we can help you in CMW, just go to createmyweight.com/apply. Okay, and you just book a free call with me. And like I said, I want to get to know more about you. I want clarity. I want to understand. And I'm sure you do too. Okay, I see Chloe here, Abby here. They did the same thing, and look at them now. They're no longer trying to figure this out. They had spent years on their health and weight loss journey, years. And in 12 weeks, less than that, they got they hit their goal way before. Okay, and they were set. Okay. So yeah, guys, go ahead and type in your big takeaways from this training. Thank you, Chloe, for sharing your takeaways. And I want to know if this helped you guys. So comment in the chat if this helped you. I am going off to happy hour to celebrate my friend's birthday on this beautiful Saturday in South Florida. And I will be on here tomorrow to talk a little bit about self-sabotage and what really holds people back from losing the weight that they want. All right, you guys, much love. I hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of your weekend. Get your meat in. Bye, guys.